Alright, so welcome to my channel, and today in this video I'm going to talk about my least favorite celebrity, and that of course is Taylor Swift. She's my least favorite celebrity, right? I'm going to be honest with you, I just don't like Taylor Swift's attitude. I don't like, people say, I always tell people, I judge people based on what they do, not what they say. Oh, Taylor Swift is always gonna say the right things for the camera. She's gonna always say the right things in interviews. But I judge people based on what they do. And what she recently did, I really do not like at all, right? So the Grammys was Sunday. And Taylor Swift didn't attend the Grammys. She didn't attend the Grammys. I think she only had like 3 nominations. She had 3 nominations. I don't think she was in the Album of the Year category. She didn't really get like any of the major nominations. So she didn't go to the award show. She skipped out on it. Now my thing is this, shows like the Grammys and all those award shows, part of their presentation is having celebrities performing, of course. And also, hey, just having people in the audience, celebrities in the audience, being there, being supportive. And let me tell you something. I'm going to tell you something about celebrities. Celebrities have this spoiled, what have you done for me lately mentality. And chief amongst them is Taylor Swift, right? Chief amongst them is Taylor Swift. So over the years, over her 15 years so career, Taylor Swift has been nominated for over 32 Grammys. She's won, I believe, 10 total Grammys. And I could be wrong, but I think she won 2 different Album of the Year Grammys. All right, don't quote me on that, but I think she won Album of the Year twice. Right? Not a whole lot of people can say that. Over the years, let me tell you something. The Grammys have helped to establish Taylor Swift as a superstar. Over the years, they have helped to establish her as a superstar by recognizing her work to the public. But in the last few years or so, she hasn't gotten that recognition from the Grammys. She hasn't, because there are a lot of other artists coming up who are hot and they're doing their thing and they deserve recognition as well. So the Grammys, like any other award show, realize the necessity for diversity. You just can't give all the awards to one person every single year. That gets old real fast. Okay, so they've been giving other people recognition. And rightly so. So, Taylor wasn't in any of the big categories. She wasn't there performing. So guess what? She's not going to sit in the audience and be supportive and, be there for the cameras or nothing like that, because she's too big now. She's too big. The Grammys made her this huge, helped to make her this huge star. And now she's too big for the Grammy. Right? Unless they're giving her awards. What was that last show? American Music Awards or whatever that was? That gave her the Artist of the Decade? Oh, she was there for that, wasn't she? She was there for that. Artist of the Decade. Let me tell you what that was, though. I laughed when I heard that they were giving her the Artist of the Decade. Let me tell you what they did. All right? They tricked Taylor Swift. They gave her Artist of the Decade. You know what that is? That is like a Lifetime Achievement Award. What they're really saying is, Taylor, you're still kind of hot. You're still kind of hot right now. So we're going to give this award to you because we know your window is short. Your window is short. Your career is about to be over. You're 30 years old now. And if you're lucky, you got another 5 years left. If you're lucky. So we're gonna give you this while people still care, right? We're gonna give you this Artist of the Decade award while people still care about you, right? While your fans are still sticking by you for the time being, right? We're gonna give you this recognition. So they gave her that award. Of course, she's thrilled. Any award, anything you're gonna give Taylor Swift, oh, she'll show up for it, right? Because she's the main attraction. So she was there for that. Artist of the Decade. I guess she wasn't smart enough to realize that's like a retirement award. Like they're basically telling you, hey, we want to give you this before you fall off and become irrelevant. So she was there for that, but she wasn't there for the Grammys. Oh, no. She ain't there for the Grammys. She's not going to just be one of the people in the audience clapping and being supportive of other artists and being supportive of the award show that helped to make her who she is. No, it's that mentality of, what have you done for me lately? A lot of these celebrities, they won't go to these award shows unless they're getting something. They won't show up unless they're getting something. No, they're not going to go there, right? Plus, on top of that, you had Ariana Grande was there. She was nominated. She didn't win anything, but she still cheered on. And kudos to her. She showed some class. I mean, let's be honest. I'm a human being. I understand when you get nominated for an award. If you don't win, am I going to be upset with you because you feel a little sad or depressed about it? No, it's only human. That's just how we are. But I always say, you see a person's true character when in a moment of loss or failure, right? That's who that person is. That's the time of true character, right? And everybody can be happy and smile and be cheerful when they're winning. But what about when you're losing? What about when things aren't going that great for you? Can you still have a positive, uplifting personality? Can your character still be positive, right? Obviously, for Taylor Swift, the answer is no. Because the Grammys didn't give her a ton of award for her latest album, Lover. Guess what? She don't remember all those other recognitions the Grammys gave her. She don't remember those other 32 recognitions. She don't remember those other 10 Grammys. She don't remember those Album of the Year Grammys. No. What have you done for me lately, Grammys? Nothing? Guess what? I'm not coming there to support your show. I'm too good for that. You see, this is why I don't like Taylor Swift. I don't like what I see. I just don't like what I see. Snake Taylor, yes, Taylor Swift is a snake. Kim Kardashian was not wrong. Let me tell you something. Kim Kardashian wasn't wrong when she said Taylor Swift is a snake. She wasn't wrong about that. I 100% agree with her. Taylor Swift is only about herself. She doesn't even like her fans, folks. If Swifties were smart enough, which they're not, they're teenagers, their minds are not developed. If they were smart enough, they would realize that this woman doesn't really care about them. She cares about success. She only cares about success. You have to think about it. You have to break down Taylor Swift and understand who she is. She started her professional career around maybe 14, 15 years old when she signed with Big Machine label group ran by Scott Borchetta. What did Scott Borchetta recently do? Scott Borchetta recently sold the company along with Taylor Swift's, with the masters to her work. Sold it to a group, an investment group led by Scooter Braun. Taylor Swift made a whole big stink about that because she thought she should own the masters, right? Somehow she feels like she's entitled to that because she's entitled to any and everything. She's Taylor Swift. She's Miss Americana. Miss Americana. Okay? She's entitled to everything. She's spoiled. Alright? She got a spoiled white girl mentality. I'm entitled to any and everything. I'm too good. Right? So what did Scott Borchetta do? He sold the company along with the masters to Scooter Braun, who Taylor Swift has major issues with, right? And he knew that, but he doesn't care. It's all about a business deal. He made a business deal, right? And I personally can't be mad at him for making a business deal because he's a businessman. But here's what you got to realize. These are the type of people that Taylor Swift at the age of 15 grew up around. These are the type of people she observed. These are the type of people she learned the business from. She learned the business from cutthroats and snakes. If you learn from cutthroats and snakes, what do you think you're going to be? You're going to be a cutthroat and a snake yourself. Right? She learned the business from cutthroats and snakes. And she's a cutthroat and a snake now. She only cares about people when they're doing something for her. It's not what you've done for me in the past. It's what you're doing for me now. That's all that matters. Swifties know. Those people who call themselves Swifties, they know. They constantly got to tell Taylor Swift, oh, you're great. You're so wonderful. We love you, Taylor. We love you. You're so great. They constantly have to boost her ego because she's, you know what, people don't realize this, but Taylor Swift, to me, she looks like somebody who has low self-esteem. She looks like a person who has low self-esteem. And people like that, I can't be around you if you got low self-esteem, because I have my energy is for me. My energy is for me to infuse into my own life and try to better myself. It's not to be wasting on somebody else trying to build them up and lift them up, right? And this is what Swifties do. These people, these teenage girls out there who should be using their energy to infuse it into their own life, telling themselves how great they are and how much they can accomplish. They're wasting that energy on Taylor Swift, who's rich and famous, telling her she's great. Oh, Taylor, you're great. You're so wonderful, right? No. Stop that shit. Take that energy and direct it into your own life, right? That's your energy. That's your power. Don't give your power to celebrities. Stop giving your power to rich people. You need it more than them. You need that power in your life more than they need it in theirs, all right? But Swifties, they know, intrinsically they know. They got to constantly praise Taylor. They got to constantly defend her and tell her how great she is. And they got to run out and buy her stuff, run to her tours and everything. Because membership has a price. Membership has a price. To be a Swiftie, you have to pay that price. You have to defend Taylor Swift on the internet constantly. You have to tell people how wonderful and great she is. And, you got to tell her how great she is. Right? She's on Instagram. She never keeps her comments on. She posts something, you can't say anything. She censors you. Taylor Swift censors. She believes in censorship because you can control through censorship. Censorship is a way to maintain a certain level of control. And Taylor Swift likes control, right? So she employs the method of censorship on Instagram by keeping her comments turned off. Now, I read this article not too long ago. They did it in 2018 and they did it in 2019. And so they named Taylor Swift as the most influential person on Twitter based on like the traffic, I guess, that involves her name, people talking about her, things like that. And here's what they said in 2018. They said she was the most influential person on Twitter despite only tweeting 13 times. She only tweeted 13 times in 2018. Now here's my thing. If you're Taylor Swift, you're a celebrity, and you have millions of followers. I believe she has over 100 million plus followers on Instagram. And I only imagine the number is similar on Twitter, right? You have all these people that follows you, but you only tweet 13 times. Let me ask you this. If you have a friend and that person only spoke to you 13 times in a year, in 365 days, they only spoke to you 13 times. And I guarantee you those 13 times, it was probably the account manager, not Taylor Swift tweeting, right? It was probably some business-related stuff where she was trying to get you to buy something that she's putting out or something. But this person only spoke to you 13 times in a year when they have access to you all the time. right? She can go on Twitter and she can post anytime. She can say hi to her fans. She can, say, hey, look at what I'm doing today. Isn't this cool? She can just be sociable. Like, look at the Kardashians. Say whatever you want to say about the Kardashians. They keep that connection with their fan base. They're always on there. Sometimes they're posting because it's business related, and sometimes they're posting, just to stay in their fans' minds, to stay relevant to their fans. They're posting stuff about their personal life. Maybe they're on vacation. Maybe they're doing something. They're posting pictures, right? I can't blame them for that because they're staying involved. That's what you would want if you had a friend, right? You would want them to constantly be connecting with you. But not Taylor Swift. She only tweeted in a year 13 times. Does that sound like somebody who appreciates her fan base? Does that sound like somebody who cares about the people that follows her? You only tweeted 13 times in 365 days. That's not somebody who's thinking about you, right? I wish these Swifties would wake up. This is not someone who is thinking about you, right? It's what have you done for me lately? And this is what fans don't realize. Let me tell you something. There's some celebrities I like, but I would never label myself as a fan. I will never, ever in life say I'm a fan of this person. And here's why. To me, the term fan is demeaning. It's insulting, right? It's like if you were living back in ancient times where there were kings and queens and stuff, and you were considered a loyal subject. To me, that's insulting. That's demeaning. That's what fans are to me. It's, to me, people who consider themselves fans, you're insulting yourself, right? You're just like a loyal subject. I would never ever describe myself as someone's fan. The most I will do is I say, I like this person, I like their work, I like certain things they've done, or whatever, right? But I would not say I'm a fan. I don't like that term, because what I've learned in life is this. The more you raise people up, the more you make people feel great and feel special, the higher you put them up. When they look down, you look very small to them. The higher up they go, because you're putting them up high, when they look down and they see you, you look really small to them. They start to think that they're too good for you, they're better than you. And it becomes a situation where they constantly expect you to kind of worship them. It's somewhat of worshiping. Fans, all these Swifties, all these Bobs, all these different groups and stuff, all the Bayhive, it's like they're worshiping. And these people expect that. Once you start it, they expect it. They expect you to keep worshiping them. They expect it. And after a while, you start to see the separation where you realize that they're acting like, they're too good for you now. They're too good for you. The more you treat people good, the more they treat you bad. That's the relationship I've noticed with people. You treat somebody good, you try to be good, you say, I want to uplift this person. And then all of a sudden, they start acting like they're too good. Like they're better than you. No. See, I don't do that. I will never do that. I will never treat a celebrity so good that they start thinking they're better than me. You should be kissing my ass because I'm the one that's supporting you, making you rich. That's the shit that irks me about these so-called fans, is they don't realize their own power. Like, these people are nothing. Celebrities are nothing without you. If you don't go out there and support whatever they're doing, they ain't shit. All those $1 million houses they have, it'll be in foreclosure the next in a couple of years when that money run out if you don't keep supporting them. All right. So my thing is this: like celebrities who treat their fans like shit. You're only gonna tweet 13 times in a year, and you're only tweeting shit that's business related. You're not even being sociable with the people. You keep them at a distance. No, that don't work for me. See, it's things like that about Taylor Swift that I noticed that I just don't like about her. And this latest thing with the Grammys, it's like, and then look at the title. She has this documentary coming out on Netflix soon, and it's called Taylor Swift Miss Americana. What kind of name is that? You listen to the name Miss Americana. Like, that really says special, doesn't it? Miss Americana. That just says I'm so special. I am Miss Americana. I'm so damn special, right? And I know what the documentary is gonna be about. I'll probably check it out because I want to get a good laugh. It's supposed to be a documentary, but I'm going to treat it like a comedy. Because I already know what it's gonna be about. It's gonna be about her, and it's gonna be sympathy driven, because everything Taylor Swift does is an attempt to get people to feel sorry for her, because that's how she became rich. That's how Taylor Swift basically became famous, is through sympathy, right? I always say, if her fans stop feeling sorry for her, she is done. Her career is over, because she's built that whole sympathy and payola. Well, she has taken the sympathy end of it to the extreme. Sympathy. That's what she's built a career on, sympathy. She got hot writing songs about breakups when she got dumped by guys. Oh, people felt sorry for her. Then Kanye West bum rushed the stage at the Grammys, and people felt bad for her then, right? Her masters got sold to her enemy, her so-called enemy, right? People feel bad for her then. She milked that one, right? And hell, she'll even try to milk the fact that she didn't get a bunch of nominations. She'll try to milk that too, and got her fans out here saying it's not right, it's not fair that she didn't get nominations for her latest album, Lover, right? Because everything Taylor Swift does, if you're not kissing her ass and telling her she's great and what she did is great and her songs are great and her music is great, everything she does, if you're not kissing her ass nonstop, you are of no value to her. If these Swifties, Swifties have to stay kissing Taylor Swift's ass. They have to defend her 24/7. They have to be out here telling the world she's great. They have to be telling her she's great, right? I would not want to be a Swiftie. Like, what kind of life is that where you gotta constantly be telling people they're great? You gotta constantly be trying to tell other people that they're great. You have to constantly be defending this person, constantly telling everybody what a wonderful person they are. And then they only tweet to you like 13 times. They only tweet to you like 13 times in a year. Like, you ain't really shit to them. People like Taylor Swift won't really appreciate her fan base until they desert her. When they leave her and she puts out stuff and it doesn't sell, that's when she's going to realize what she had. I don't really think she realized, she's taken, I think Taylor Swift over the years have taken her fan base for granted. Because I'm going to tell you, she has an awesome fan base. Her fans rock for her. Her fans will defend her to the end. And everything she does, they think is fucking amazing, right? But they're a bunch of fucking clowns too. Because she really shows them no appreciation. Whenever she's gonna release an album, she does some stuff like, oh, I'm gonna have a secret party. Well, you know what? If you're gonna have a secret party because you're trying to sell an album, that's just promotion. You're not really doing it for your fans. You're doing it for yourself so that you can manipulate them and get them to buy your stuff. That's promotion. Like, what do you do for your fans, really? What do you do for your fans? What do you really do for your fans? Taylor Swift don't really do anything for her fans. She don't really do anything for her fans. She only tweets 13 times a year to these people. Imagine being a Swiftie, loving this woman so much, constantly uplifting her work, constantly uplifting her, and she can only tweet to you 13 times in a year. And those tweets are most likely professional business type tweets about work, about something she's doing. Maybe she's trying to get you to buy tickets to her tour. She makes a ton of money touring because the Swifties show up, right? And they uplift her. But she treats them like they ain't shit, really. If you tweet to me 13 times a year, if I'm a riding and dying for you and you only fucking tweeting to me 13 times a year, then I ain't really shit, right? You don't really think I'm shit. You go buy my merch. Go buy my music. That's all you good for. I don't need to talk to you on social media. Who are you? I'm not even thinking about you if I'm only tweeting to you 13 times a year. Get out of here. So that kind of stuff about Taylor Swift just rubs me the wrong way. Taylor Swift rubs me the wrong way. The way she operates rubs me the wrong way. Her mentality rubs me the wrong way. You gotta constantly be worshiping her. You gotta constantly be telling her she's amazing, she's great. And the minute you stop, like the Grammys, like the minute they stopped, when they were telling her, when they were giving her these nominations, when they were giving her all these awards, and they were giving her that validity of being a great musician. The Grammys were great. The Grammys were great. She was showing up. She was smiling, taking pictures, walking the red carpet. But the minute that slows down, the minute that stops, oh, I'm not going to the Grammys. Who are they? Who are they? They haven't done anything for me lately. They haven't recognized my work lately. I don't care about all the awards they've given me in the past. I don't care that they helped build me up as an artist and made me a superstar, because people looked at the Grammys as this huge platform and that gives validity to your talent. No, I don't care that they supported me. They're not giving me that support anymore. To hell with them. To hell with them. I'm not going there to support them. They got to do something for me. That's the mentality I don't like. I don't like celebrities. I pay attention. Let me tell you something. Somebody who follows entertainment, I pay attention to this. I always like to see who did not go to award shows. Like, if you're somebody who's never been recognized and you feel like you put out good work but you've never been recognized, I'm not as critical to you, right? I'm not as critical to you because I kind of understand. Like, if you've never gotten the recognition, I can kind of understand how you might feel, right? Even though personally, I still think an award show like the Grammys, if you're invited, like, you should show up. I notice a lot of black artists, like, they'll go, and especially a lot of up-and-coming black artists, because for them, that's like, man, I'm not even nominated, but I'm getting invited to the Grammys. It's a big deal for them. But a lot of white artists, like, who have made it, if they're not the center of attention, if they're not the ones getting all the attention, getting all the nominations, getting all the awards, they won't go. They're too good. It's this mentality. I'm too big for that. I'm too good for that. I'm not going. I'm not going. You know, if you have done a lot of work and you've put out a lot of music and you feel like you should have got some recognition along the way, but you didn't get it, I can understand. But somebody like Taylor Swift, with the Grammy history that she has, with the Grammy history Taylor Swift has, with the way they have treated her during her entire career, the way they've lauded her with awards after awards, recognition after recognition, for her to just turn her back and not give them any kind of support simply because she wasn't a big time nominee this year, and she hasn't been a big time nominee in like maybe the last 2 or 3 years. Forget those 32 nominations. Forget those album of the years. Forget those 10 Grammys. You haven't done anything for me lately. I mean, my goodness. When those Swifties wake up and say, you know what, we're done with you, Taylor. We just don't like your attitude anymore either. She's going to be like, okay, whatever. See ya. It's been real. She won't give a shit. Until a couple of years pass and that money start running out, then she'll care. You know what I mean? They all care when that money start running out. Anyway, I think it sucked that Taylor Swift did not go to the Grammys. She should have went. She should have been a good sport. Went, smiled, clapped, meet a few people, you know, connect, and just be friendly. Be social. Smile on the red carpet, maybe answer some questions, you know, just be a fun celebrity. Taylor Swift is not a fun celebrity. She's all business. It's all business for her. Hey, you buying something? I'm selling something. You buying? You're not buying? Buy. You know, that's her. You ain't doing nothing for me. I don't want to talk to you. You're not giving me no awards. I ain't showing up at your awards show. Bye. I just can't rock with that kind of mentality. I simply can't rock with that. Any celebrity who operates like that, I cannot rock with you, because if that's how you treat things, that's also how you treat people. You treat people, you give fake love. If they, I call Taylor Swift love fake love. She fake loves her fans. She fake love the Swifties because they keep her famous and keep her rich. But the minute they stop doing that, that fake love is gonna disappear. Okay? And Taylor Swift, if you're out there listening, you got a bad attitude, sister. You got a bad attitude. You need to adjust that attitude. You need to fix your attitude. You need to be a little more positive. I know you're gonna do awards, you're gonna do interviews, and you're gonna smile, and you're gonna look great, and people are gonna fall for that. But me, I watch how you move. I watch how you operate. You can tell more about a person by the things they do than by the things they say, right? And you're not going to the Grammys because you weren't a main part of the situation. You weren't getting a ton of awards. That tells me a lot about your character. You think everything should be all about you, and when it's not, you don't want to be in a situation where it's not all about you. You don't want to be in a situation where you're not the center of attraction. You got to be the center of attraction at all times. And if that's what it means to be a celebrity, if that's what it takes to be famous, is you always got to feel like you got to be the center of attention at all times. And if you're not, you don't want to be a part of something, that's a sad life to live. You're living a sad life, Miss Taylor Swift. You're living a very sad life. Anyway, that's all I have to say about the situation of Taylor Swift not going to the Grammys. Taylor, you suck. And you need to fix your attitude. Get a better attitude, okay? Get a better attitude, sister. And, hey, that's all I have to say. Please subscribe, like, and comment. Alright? Comment. I know most of you watching this, you agree with me. I know you agree with everything that I'm saying. And I know Swifties are going to start agreeing with me too. Y'all are going to wake up. You Swifties, you're going to wake up and you're going to realize the truth that is Taylor Swift. It's an ugly truth. It's an ugly truth y'all don't want to accept, but you're going to have to accept it because it's becoming more clear and clear and clear. And, this whole thing that Taylor Swift does, I noticed something she does. She's always like, people don't want me to be successful. They won't allow me to be successful. I read this thing where she said that she thinks the public will only allow her to be successful a little longer. She doesn't think she have that long to go in her career, at a high level, because she thinks the public will only allow her. What does that mean? How can you be rich and famous? It kills me that somebody like Taylor Swift is always playing this sympathy card, always acting like she's somehow being bullied. How can people, you turn your comments off, how can somebody sitting at home at their computer bully you when you're rich? You're Taylor Swift, you're rich, you insane, you have money, you have fame, you have private planes, you have all this stuff that the regular person can only dream of, but you're sitting around talking about you're being bullied. That tells you the kind of mindset she has, doesn't it? That tells you about her mindset, where she can have all of that and she still thinks she's being bullied. You know what being bullied means to Taylor Swift? It means you're not telling her she's great. If you don't tell Taylor Swift she's great, if you don't tell her her work is great, if you don't tell her she's Miss Americana, if you don't agree with all of that stuff, you say something different, you're bullying Taylor Swift. You're a bully. You're bullying her. That's her definition of bullying. That you don't agree with all of those things. You're not worshiping her. You're not uplifting her. You're not making everybody think she's so great. If you're not doing those things, you're a bully. You're bullying Taylor Swift. This insanely rich person with all this fame, all these amenities available to her. She's out here crying about being bullied. People are bullying her. That's the kind of weak mentality she has. That she's always the victim. The victim. I'm always the victim. And I'm always playing the victim. And now she thinks the public will only allow her. So when her Swifties hear that, oh no, we got to rally behind Taylor. We got to keep her successful for the next 10, 20 years. We're not going to allow the public to not allow her to be successful. Manipulation. Anyway, that's all I have to say. I'm really going to end it here. that is all I have to say about Taylor Swift. I'm just tired of talking about her right now. I'm tired of talking about her. I am so frustrated with her messed up attitude. I'm really frustrated with her messed up attitude for somebody like that to have achieved such success and have such a great life financially and things like that. For them to have such a nasty attitude, such a self-centered attitude, I really just don't like it. And Taylor Swift is a representation of how most celebrities operate. I know I'm dragging Taylor right now in this video, but she's really a representation of how most of these celebrities think. It's all about them. It's all about them. Fans don't really mean shit to them, except, they want your money. That's all you mean to them. You're just a financial means. Fans are just a financial means to these people. They don't give a shit about you. Anyway, please like, subscribe, comment, and have a nice day.